Hello, users! Welcome to what is going to be the very first episodic installment for my new video franchise for my YouTube channel. And this is going to be Path of the Exiles. Now, this is going to be me playing Path of Exile, and I'm going to be playing along with the story.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway.
Alive!
This place is crawling with criminals. Find something you can defend yourself with.
So, I've never actually really played this game and listened to all of the dialogue. I normally just play this game while I'm like watching podcasts or like a movie or like a show on Netflix. This is kind of like a busy game for me. And also, it appears that the game is frozen. Wonderful. Alright, this is a great start. Absolutely wonderful start. Let's relaunch the game. Alright, so as I was saying, I have not played this game, you know, while listening to the cutscenes. The voices I usually have all the way off, so I figured I'd make this a full-blown Let's Play. Oh, whoops, let me kill this fucker. Get that set up. Just for fun. Just for fun. This is the new expansion, the Metamorph League, and Conquerors of the Atlas is out. Let me look at the challenges. Okay. Anything interesting? Not really. Alright, I'll look more at those later on. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze a lot. I don't have the greatest internet ever since I moved, and Path of Exile does not like when you have any sort of network interruptions. So if you have like any, like maybe 0.001 seconds of a network interruption, it'll just force you to reset the entire fucking game. Because why not? So Pierce is not bad to get this early. I don't use Pierce in the late game. I'm a Caustic Arrow player. I played Caustic Arrow every single time I played this game because I don't feel like experimenting. Even though I like the options, I'm not going to take the options, you know? I'll let the options be themselves. I'll let them swim in the ocean of options, and I'll just play the same style every single time because I know how to play it. And apparently Caustic Arrow got a buff this league, so that's cool. Also, let me switch these. A little easier to keep track of. My man Hillock. Definitely a very mean individual, I must say. Ooh, a vest. Made of plates. But yeah, so after I do this Let's Play, I will probably reserve this series of videos for just map completions. Stuff like that. Talking about the game. Blight League was actually pretty fun, which is the league that just ended before this. I had a lot of fun with that one. I got the portal effect, which is cool. So you'll be seeing those. I got the portal effect right before Halo Master Chief Collection came out.
That's a good sign.
So I was able to finish that off, and now Halo has been my busy game lately. I finally got the biggin. Hello.
You have transgressed against your God and your fellow man.
Oh no.
You have been a willing vessel for the following sins: civil envy, inciting insurrection.
This game's got a lot of dialogue.
3 counts of insubordination to officers of the Ebony Legion. Mortal wrath. Assaulting an officer of the Ebony Legion. 1 count of hericide.
Hericide!
God has charged me with your redemption. You are hereby exiled to Reclast, where it is hoped you shall come to repent your sins and make your peace with your beloved father.
Fuck you, Dominus. You're a boss. I'm gonna kill you. And not a boss as in like, you know, like, wow, she a boss. But like a boss as in like, I'm gonna fucking murder you. Never trust your boss.
Fleet as a fox you were, even with that leg of prize venison over your shoulder. And from what I saw you do to Hillock, you've grown even faster since then. I'm Nessa.
I'm Nessa.
And I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of that putrid giant. I hope your speed never fails you, Ranger. It's all that stands between you and death here in Rayclast.
Rayclast.
Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for. And there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
Herbs? Fucking herbs? Fucking stupid bitch. Alright. Sell that. Let's get the iron ring on. Let's get that on. I guess I can't just control click those, because why not? Alright. I hate how these fucking tabs are always, for whatever fucking reason. I guess I don't need the, well, I'll take the essence tab. Oh, Jesus. These are always fucking auto-defaulted at the end, which is like, why? These are the most fucking important tabs that you have in the game. Actually, I normally make this the $sign. Hell yeah. Alright. See what Bestel wants.
A ravishing ranger, relegated to rot.
He's got a good voice.
That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy girl. You could skewer a bloke with a look like that.
Fucking bloke.
Bristol, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
I love LARPing. Tarkley.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We Exiles have no history.
For some reason, Discord
Dominus took it from
notifications
us
are
when he
making
had
noise.
his blackguards dump us in the
Interesting.
water out there. Yeah, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards.
Which is weird, because it says I'm in streamer
Don't
mode.
bother thanking me. The way I figure it,
Let's try do not
the longer
disturb.
we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Alright. Is this where I get my good stuff? My favorite gem in the entire game? Alright.
Stay sharp out there.
Let's go to the coast. Alright, so I don't know how the Metamorph League is going to end up working. I've done no looking into it whatsoever. What is this? Oh, help? A Metamorph sample? Where is it?
Come no closer, unless you wish to experience what my vials contain firsthand. I am Tane, a freed man, and I plan to stay that way.
I'm free.
Trust is not given freely, Exile. It must be earned, and you have not earned mine yet. But I do have something to give you. An opportunity. What makes you, you, or me, me? Some say it is the soul. An intangible something that exists before we are born and carries on after death. But I've seen
Intangible.
souls that walk the land here.
I don't
and show
believe in
nothing
God.
that distinguishes them from the rats and the roamers. It is
I'm a
something
rat?
else. Something no man has discovered. A whisper. A flickering flame that burns through every inch of our being until it is extinguished. But what if we can capture it before it burns away? Bottle it up, save it, and perhaps even give it a new wick through which to burn once
Shit.
more.
Help.
You'll find no shortage of ferocious beings near here.
Help! I can't listen to the dialogue if I'm being assaulted.
Bring the samples to me.
Hello?
We will discover the essence of being.
Help!
May the darkness spare you.
help! Help!
Peace to you. My master called alchemy the science of turning learned men to fools. Every halfwit with an alembic would try to turn lead to gold or formulate an elixir of eternal youth. And Master Lucan was no different. But men like him rarely saw the magic in alchemy up close.
I really love the time period and kind of aesthetic of Path of Exile.
Growing in your hands.
It's pretty damn good.
Vibrant colors and foul odors. Much knowledge is lost at a safe distance. In truth, the power of alchemy is not in turning one thing into another or creating miracles. It is in isolating and extracting. It is about finding purity within the confusion.
I'm confused.
May the darkness spare you.
Alright. I see. Okay. Interesting. Ugh. That's gross. I guess I'll spend my point. Get some life. Ugh. I usually try to pick everything up at the start. Oh. Oh, I can just do that whenever? Huh. I don't know if I like that. I don't like shit just on the screen occupying my terrain. But yeah, I usually pick up white items here when they're appearing in the loot filter. Might as well. Get some wisdom scrolls out of it. But yeah, so far I like this new character. I like the little voice effect. I think it's neat.
Khan's canoe struck the sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Kardui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling
There's a
with the
lot of
land.
fucking dialogue in this game. I'm kind of excited for it, to be honest.
Gentlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride. Khan's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lionai fought bravely to the last. Khan honored him with a place on his belt. Khan has shown Rayclast our Kardui strength. Khan will teach Rayclast the Kardui way.
Calm! That's a boss later in the game. I find it, again, really funny that I've never actually really listened to most of this dialogue. But I figured this is kind of one of my favorite games, so I might as well at least give it the attention it deserves at least once. I think it does deserve it, and plus, like I said, I really do enjoy the aesthetic of this game. I like the whole kind of theme it goes for and everything. It's pretty good. Do I even have portal scrolls yet? No, I don't. God, my movement speed is fucking horrendous right now. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, God, it's such a gross noise.
The worms will have to wait a bit longer for this meal.
The worms will have to wait a bit longer. Well, I mean, the level ups are kind of useless at this point, I think. If it's just health, I'll wait and do them later. I like stacking up some of the early points just because it's fun. I wonder how hard a level 1 run would be. Alright, let me clear the area so I don't get assaulted during the speech. I prefer not to, so that way I can listen to the dialogue. Alright, let me secure the area. Oh, not secure. Alright.
These samples you've salvaged, though gruesome, hide within them countless secrets. Flesh and blood and bone and sinew, all but a veil, a mask that hides what truly drives us. I speak of the intrinsic darkness.
That's scary.
Base desires and instincts that we
Just like
will
my
fight
hair?
yet rarely defeat. This darkness hides within us, waiting for a moment of weakness. A moment when it can take control. cruel and invisible slave driver. But we can coax it out. My master called it Sinner's Water, a concoction he spent much of his life perfecting. He would give it to his children and scribble notes as they beat me. In truth, I do not believe his concoction worked any more than his elixir of immortality, but that did not soften their blows.
That's scary.
His formula was wrong, but his idea was sound. My formula works, as you will see. Please, drop the samples in the jar and ready your weapons. You are about to witness the darkness that drives.
I like the fundamental thesis behind this. I'm sure that there's... okay. Oh, I'll not bother with that just yet. I like the idea of putting together pieces of a body and then you get like a soul thing out of it. It's really cool. I'm jamming. This reminds me of the monster from fucking Resident Evil 5. For all y'all that have played that game, you know what I'm talking about.
My mana is gone.
The one at the very beginning that also shows up again later. It also kind of reminds me of the fuckers from Resident Evil Revelations. In other words, I'm saying they stole this. This is thieved. 3 chromatic orbs, cool.
Do you see now what we face, Oriethan? That was what slept within the creatures just near here. What darkness sleeps within me, or within you? And if we can draw out that darkness, might we then be able to draw out that which makes us, us? Think on this. When we next meet, we shall begin to seek the answer.
That's cool. I like
My
that.
regards.
Really good kind of like, what is it, like idea here. That's what I said. I really do love the aesthetic of this game. It's very mystical, very philosophical, you know? Super cool. Yeah, that's so nasty. Very visceral as well. Should have gotten that plate fast, but whatever. I'll go get the medicine chest right quick. Some people would say you should save to do all the little side quests. You should do them when you're higher speed. That way they're a little bit faster. But I like to get the skill points out of them. I like to do them when it's early. Makes it more fun, you know? Even though I am a speedrunner, I've never actually speedrun this game.
Calm has removed the eternal
Maybe I should
stain
someday.
from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song.
With stone.
Cardway Way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Calm has kept his promise. The time of the Cardway has come.
Calm has come? I guess I can walk around while those are narrating. Yeah! Yeah, I really like Caustic Arrow. I'm a huge fan of it. It just works so well. Super, like, to the point. Plus it has a really cool, like, weapon effect. Medicine chest.
That would only slow me down.
That would only slow me down. Well, I guess that would also only slow me down. Yeah, I'll save the portal scroll and just wrap around and then go through the
My
waypoint.
mana is gone.
Hey, I hope this is somewhat interesting. I know a lot of the people I talk to play this game. Pretty much anyone who knows me, I've convinced to play this game at some point. It's a good game. But I also don't know how many people have actually listened to the story, because there's so much to it And the game is so fun, and it's just kind of hard to sit there and listen to shit. And then again, I like to play this as like a busy game, but you know, like I said, I want to give this game the time and attention that I believe personally that it deserves. Is that a new artwork for that load screen? I think so.
I'd almost stopped believing in miracles. This medicine chest.
I might turn the music down.
It holds. It tells us that we can do more in Ray class than merely suffer. I've not much to offer in return, but please, take something and thanks for what you've done.
Yay! Gotta take Quicksilver. Pretty sure I don't use any of these. I'll use Volley. Alright, I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit, the music. Just because it does overpower the voices a little.
So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery.
Shaky
Nice
hands!
work. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that, benumbed quack opted never did.
Benumbed quack! Plus I get to do some impressions, and those are always fun.
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. Stinks like a carcass in high summer, but that's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already.
That's scary!
Stay sharp out there.
Alright, well, let's sell some crap. Again, the reason I just keep everything is just so that I can, you know, get some wisdom scrolls mostly. They're pretty useful. Do I have a transmutation yet? No, I don't. I've got a fucking 3 chromatics, but I don't have a transmutation. Unbelievable. Simply unbelievable. I literally cannot believe it. Alright, let's go to the fucking mud flats. A dirty job. I love lungs. What does that mean? I love lungs. What fucking human being would say that? Besides me? So stupid.
Black storms descend on us from the north.
Pain
Unnatural
brings strength.
tempests of
That's
rage
nature
and
for you.
hatred
Fuck
lashing
off,
our
Ranger.
backs, tearing
I'm
at
listening
our
to the
houses.
narrator.
The rain is shot with shadow. It withers our crops, sickens our livestock. And the wind.
There is some volume
carries
attenuation
with it
here,
a
I think.
restless spirit that breeds melancholy and madness. A spirit that creeps through our dreams, weaves tales of misdeed around our resting minds. We try not to listen. We try to remember ourselves. Some of us forget. Brothers fight. Brothers die. Calm punishes those that quarrel, that steal, that murder. Yet still the nightmares goad us into malefaction. We Kadui are banished from sleep.
I really, again, the narration is really cool. I've not listened to any of those, I don't think. So, I mean, it is cool stuff. Definitely enjoying it so far. I prefer to get it a more enjoyable bow, though. That would be also pretty cool. So normally what I do here is I collect the things, you know, and then I go in and get the next waypoint, and then I go back and do a dirty job. I kind of like this Metamorph thing. This seems like it's going to be a really cool mechanic. Whenever I feel like I always think, like, when the league is about to reset, I always think, what will they do next? Like, what can they possibly think of that will be another very well included gameplay element? And this definitely seems like they've done it again. I don't know how they do it. They just keep doing it every time. Very impressive. I'll wait till I'm like level 10 to use the points, just to be fun. I should try to do a level 1 run. I do wonder how that would go. Or I guess you can't do a level 1 run, but I guess a no skill points run. That might be pretty fun. I don't, like, is it possible? I'm sure it's possible. If someone wants to look that up for me, feel free. And would you allow leveling up gems? I don't know. I don't feel like you'd get very far with some of the bosses. There's a lot of bullet sponges. I keep forgetting I have the Quicksilver Flask now. I don't need to be fucking bumbling about like a bum. Large life flask, okay. Again, I just want to clear the area before I do this. I'm guessing there's no limitation to the things that I can get. Like, oh, I'm already holding too many dead eyes, you know? I feel like I could just have the bag of eyes. Just hold on to that. I'm glad they don't take up space in the inventory, at least. I need to get fucking Blink Arrow. But yeah, I'll do the Metamorphs in a bit. Ooh, a shrine. Do I have all of these things yet? I do. Tane, get out of here. Alright, so I'm going to grab this waypoint and go back to Lion Eye and then head back over here. And then I'll do a dirty job and then I will say goodbye. That'll be the end of the vid. Hello, Talkley.
Now that you've drained that passage, best I warn you about something. I was running down a wounded rower one night's eve when I glimpsed something in that waterlogged cavern. Looked a bit like a sand spitter, only the size of a bloody ox.
It's a bloody ox, yes it is.
Down in those flooded depths somewhere. If you're going that way, then do us a favor. Spill the old shield crab's guts before it gets hungry and comes looking for us.
Okay, what are these? Bunch of garbage, yeah. Dash, there we go. There we go. Got a transmute as well. Oh, these are okay.
Farewell.
Let me see if I get like increased movement speed. Let me see if I get lucky. Well, I mean, I guess that's not too bad. Could be worse. Actually, I'll sell that real quick. Hello.
Be well.
Be well. All right. Okay, so the reason I do this is, let me go grab whatever this Metamorph piece is. That way I can do like a little, let me go grab this little Metamorph piece. I'm fucking myself here. Alright, I'm not gonna go grab that one. Now that we've got dash, that should speed things up a bit. Oh, and I completely forgot what I was doing. I'm gonna redo the instance. That way there's more enemies to kill. Get more cool stuff on the way back.
My mana is gone.
My mana is gone! It's fucking gone! My mana is fucking gone! What happened to your fucking mana, bitch? Get some more. It's fucking gone! Yes, it is! Alright, where's the fucking pool? Guess it's not on this wall this time. It's fucking gone! Alright. Like I said, I'm not skipping the Metamorphs entirely. I will do them. It'll just be in the next vid. Gotta go do my dirty job first. When I was a little younger, like maybe 12-ish, my mother used to watch a show called Dirty Jobs, where like some millionaire would do like a job for a few days and then like get like a huge sense of satisfaction and talk about how cool he is. It was really cringe. I didn't find out until later that he was like some like Republican weirdo, which makes it even more cringe. I hate Republicans. Reminder, your boss is not your friend. Alright, the fetid pool. Let's clear this fucking shit. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode. Honestly, I have. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Probably gonna spend most of the day recording these. I'll probably be putting one of these out a day, I think, like I do with the Knee Deep in Doom videos. And the Let Us Play videos, of course. I'm gonna bring back Spook Night, I promise. So yeah, these are rare monsters. They're yellow, sometimes they're shiny. Got a lot of health. Usually they drop something more than just a spike, but you know, what are you gonna do? By the way, my build is usually Caustic Arrow Magic Find. So I usually will go for that if that's something that interests you, getting lots of currency drops and stuff. I will do probably a build guide at the very end of this series, or at least, you know, like the final build kind of ideals. I normally go for double Venture's Gamble. If not, just, you know, good rarity rings. I go for... I was doing Rat's Nest, but honestly a rare helmet's usually better. Usually I do rare boots with 30% movement speed, although you could get Gold Worm. That's very good, but yeah, it's kind of it's iffy. I don't know. My mind changes on that every league, to be honest. Sedima's Touch I usually try to get as soon as possible. I think I'm gonna do solo Self-Found. Maybe I'll get Sedima. I don't know. I'll do solo Self-Found except for best in slots, and Sedima's Touch is a best in slot. I won't get like a max efficiency one, but I'll probably pick one up at some point when I get the currency for it, just because it's usually really cheap and it's super good. But other than that, I'll probably do solo Self-Found. I normally don't really edit my equipment until like I enter maps, to be honest. The last league in Blight, I actually entered maps with this. Like, it was like a white plate vest, and it was like, oh shit, I literally didn't change my chest the entire game. So I'll probably end up doing something like that. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully this will be a fun playthrough. I'm excited for it. Did I not kill all the monsters? Uh-oh. Gotta do a second lap. Gotta do a second lap. I'm gonna have fun doing these impressions. Now that I actually know what all these fuckers sound like, this ought to be a good one. Fucking... Where's this game manufactured? New Zealand? The fucking fuckers. Imagine unironically living in New Zealand. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, who are the fuckers that are left alive? There's an amulet here. How did I miss that? Over here? No. I bet it's like literally like one fucker. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go sell all this crap, and I guess I was gonna just end the video now, but I guess I'll just do it on video. Why not?
No, I was never there.
I was never there. Yeah, buddy. I'll wear that, I suppose. Whoops. Put that on, I guess. Okay. I can sell armor scraps. I can sell those for wisdom scrolls. Same with transmutes. So those will end up probably being relatively useful.
Yes?
I normally sell them in that fashion early game. In fact, I'll do that right now. Because honestly, quality on stuff that I'm not going to keep, you know, it's just kind of annoying. And I'll most definitely have oh, I have a currency tab. What the hell? I always forget I have a currency tab. And I'll most definitely have, you know, the required number of quality items by the time I actually do get my actual stuff.
A necromancer. Just the one, was it? Guess the bastard got a bit lonely, decided to make himself some pets. Well, good to see you don't mind getting your hands good and filthy. Here, to mark a dirty job well done.
Book of Regrets. I regret playing this fucking game.
Road via Prisoner's Gate. Had to skirt around Axiom Prison. That's the holdfast of Brutus the Warden. Bloody treacherous trip it was. Worth it? There's forest inland. Game, berries, fruit. More food than we can scrounge here. But most here wouldn't survive the journey. Would be a damn sight easier if we could pass through the prison. Tell you what. You carve us a path up the coast, find us a way past or through Brutus, and you'll have more than a few lives owing to you.
Sounds good. Also, I regret playing this fucking game. I've played 1,625 hours.